Hi everyone, near and far. I want to discuss something very important for me today regarding luck. Whether you are born with it and you're a good business woman or man, or you become one, and the luck is just a side effect. I've had a couple of business ventures throughout the years. Some of them been online businesses, candle business that I started but never even sold one item because I decided the day before that I'm not gonna proceed with that. I've tried social media services, and currently I have my own beauty lash and brow business. I'm a service provider for now, but I hope to inspire and encourage others to try and believe in themselves. Because yes, the market is pretty saturated. However, I always see opportunity, and if someone like me could make it 1 year ago, then what's that to mean that others can't? And it doesn't matter what industry or niche you're in. You just have to go ahead and follow your intuition. So regarding the luck thing, I want to look back on my 2025, what I've accomplished and what it took from me. Because on paper, on social media, the highlight reel shows beautiful pictures, before and afters, client testimonials, increase in followers, which I could never dream of. Yes, I'm halfway to 1,000 followers. For somebody that could be silly, but it's been my lifelong dream to achieve this amount. And I know for a fact that I will reach it by end of next year. This year, not probable, unless a Christmas miracle comes around, but I'm being realistic, but still hopeful. And yeah, the highlight reel could show that, oh, she has a lot of money, she can go to courses, and she has these clients and everything. But I don't agree. I've been there, comparing myself to other service providers, other so-called competitors or colleagues as I call them. And for example, all of my colleagues had their December slots fully booked by the end of November. I achieved that as well, but only by mid-December. I could put myself down, and I did for a little bit. I did wallow for like 5 minutes, but at the same time it didn't really matter because I still achieved it. But it took a lot. It's not like, oh, 1 month you're gonna be lucky and then the next we'll see how it happens. Of course you can't predict client behavior, but at the end of the day, business is strategy, and you can't go into it by plain hope. You need to plan for it, you need to save up for it, and do your best. And then let God do the rest. So, yeah, if you compare yourself to others, maybe start comparing yourself by years. What I did accomplish this year, and then compare it to last year. And then see where you land. But yeah, I've been in the industry for a year now, and I believe that is quite a good example of hard work paying off, but it took a lot from me. I couldn't have done it without my boyfriend. I could not have done without my spitefulness, without motivational videos on Instagram and YouTube or TikTok, and my friends. especially my best friend, and also my clients, because those are the ones who buy the bread that I put on my breakfast table, who make sure to show up and recommend me to their friends, colleagues, sisters, moms. They are the ones who make my business worthwhile. Otherwise, I would just sit there behind the lash bed and make content, because that's what I would probably do if I don't have any clients. So if you are a client of mine, I am extremely grateful. I'm even getting emotional right now, but I am extremely grateful that out of all the other possible colleagues or DIY videos that you could follow, that you choose to go to me, because I understand that this service is not a first necessity. It is a self-care ritual, a luxury experience, premium service, whatever you call it. And whether you come to me once a month, maybe a couple times a year, or maybe once a year, thank you from the bottom of my heart. When I look back at this year, there are a couple of moments that come up where I've realized that are like domino effects that could create this lucky effect, lucky ending that you may call it. But, well, for one, at the start of January this year, I quit my full-time job. I was working at an agency for 2 years. Very, very insightful experience, but it took a lot from me. And I always test my boundaries. I do not know how to push that stop button. So I drained myself out. And when I quit, then my health also deteriorated. That was kind of a pitfall for me, because I still had to pay for rent. I was renting out my lash bed a couple days a week from a colleague of mine. But at the same time, whenever I came in, I did not feel good. I didn't have any clients in January. So it was very tricky. I did have some savings left, and that helped me to make ends meet. Without them, I would not have survived. But my health was at an all-time low. I don't think you understand that where a human body goes when you're not putting the necessary care. I wasn't working out, I wasn't moving, I was smoking every single day, multiple electronic cigarettes. I had a full stash of them. I was also drinking alcohol on the weekends, sometimes on the weekdays as well. Not sleeping. If I was sleeping, I was thinking about work, dreaming about work before I went to sleep and after I woke up. Just work and repeat. I was not a good person to be around. I tried to keep my composure up for everybody else, but at home, I was the worst partner ever. I did not like myself at all. And yeah, you can't go on like that. So when I got the diagnosis for pneumonia, I don't know how to pronounce that word. I thought it would go away, but it didn't. I was struggling to breathe for 3 weeks, 24/7. And I kept smoking because I was stressed. because you see, I don't have any work. I can't take any clients because when I'm working, I'm getting money. I'm getting paid. And that is the worst side and aspect when you're self-employed. That you will always take on clients. You can't say no because you know that 1 month it might be quiet, so you're making that extra buck. And what's one more client? What's more 2 hours of extra work? It doesn't really matter. You're already there, you know. That's the kind of stuff that goes through your head. And you like the clients. You just want to help out. You want to be there. But at what cost? Well, I decided to quit smoking after 10 years. I will not let you do the math when I started to smoke. But now, next January, it will be 1 year sober. And I have fully got my taste buds back. I did not think I would be able to smell and taste so well. That rhymed, but yeah, it comes with pitfalls, because if somebody is smelling, I can't control that because my scent is so strong. It's overpowering. I also went through a lot of courses this year. Most of them were regarding other things. They weren't to get myself more advanced in brows or one specific thing. It was different. It was lash extensions, lash lifts, different lash lift technique, lead extensions. I even started now in November esthetician course. But the extra information I obviously wanted to put into use, which meant you also invest all the freaking time into your equipment, into your knowledge. Then you have to adapt your salon. Clients change. Your prices need to adjust as well when you become more confident and professional in your services. And it's a lot because it happens at the same time. And the most transformational experiences usually come with fire for me. What I mean by this is that every single time I make a decision to change something, which I think will be a good thing for me, it comes with a great cost. When I decided to move to my own place, it was across the river from our city, and most of my clients lived on that part of the city where I moved to. And when I reached out, before I announced to everyone that I am getting my own place, I texted all of my clients just to let them know, hey, I've decided to take this new step. I'm moving. I'll be very happy if you decide to join me as well. But I completely understand if, it's not your forte. Keep in mind that it's the city center and parking is an issue there. It is a bit more noisy. But it's not an absolute minus. And those clients that I thought could have an issue did not have one. I lost most of my clients when I moved. It was supposed to be peak season for my business, because in beauty there are peak seasons, and in Latvia especially there's the midsummer, which is by the end of June, and December for Christmas and New Year. Those are peak seasons. I lost most of my clients, and I did not know what the fuck to do. Yes, I was stressing, panicking a bit, but the only thing that I could do was to bite my tongue and just keep swimming. That's the best I could do. I kept my content up. I showed all my journey. I was smiling through all of those videos. But the self-doubt kept in. Why me? When I had talked to my colleagues who had moved from cities, that had changed their prices, that had decided to take off services, they did not have this sort of experience that I had. And this situation happened again when I changed my prices. I was expecting that. I was a bit more prepared. I gave my clients a heads up, but it still, well, this time at least, a lot of them were honest. It wasn't as many when I switched to my own place and moved to the city center. It was a couple of clients that explained that I can't afford you, or it's not that important. Perhaps they didn't understand my pricing increase. Why did I do it? And that's completely okay. Both of those examples are completely okay. I also remembered a time that I experimented with content. Keep in mind that one of my biggest strategy pillars was showing myself, talking on camera, basically being on TikTok and Instagram every single day. I was on Facebook groups as well, very active, spamming them with my services, advertisements. Paid ads did not pay off, that I will say. Also, giveaways, contests, those did not work. Influencer collaborations, unless it would have been someone with a bigger following, then perhaps. But it takes a lot for somebody, even if they get a discount code, for somebody to get up after seeing the video, get on the bus or in their car, make an appointment, come to me, get their service done, pay. Those are so many steps that they need to take, versus if it was an online product and the influencer was marketing it. That would be so much easier. Yes, it's good for awareness, but it's not good for conversion. It's not effective. And I'm thankful I did not have to pay for that. Well, I did have to pay for it in my time and energy, but otherwise it was okay. With collaborations, however, partnerships with other brands, I did one with a sunglass brand. It was quite good. The whole experience was good. However, the video flopped. We spent a whole day. We tried to edit it on the CapCut app and then import it to TikTok. It got shadow banned on different profiles, Instagram as well. I don't know. Maybe the algorithm hates us, whatever. Moving on. The best piece of advice that I would take from this is that when something doesn't go right, move on. Just keep going. Because when the next thing comes, don't think, oh, but it didn't work the previous time and there's no use. Doesn't matter. If you feel that pull towards it, go towards it. Take it. Do not overthink. When you are in your head, it doesn't work. It's not useful. Why would you think that this self-doubt is for you? All of these thoughts, they are for your success. No, they want you to stay in that comfort. They want you to stay where you're at because it's known, it's safe, it's stable. And I try to not follow those thoughts. It was very fucking hard. Still trying to do that. And that's not you being lucky. That's you pushing through, working very hard. Because it's lucky that your dad gives you a small loan of $1 million. That's somewhat lucky that you're born into this family, or you get these opportunities from the people you know, from your network contact list, or that you're in the right place at the right time, or your partner earns a lot of money and they can sponsor you, and you just have your side thing, a side hobby for fun money. That is being lucky. It's not a bad thing, but it does pay off more when you work your ass off. When I moved into my new place, I had this gut feeling that I would not be there for long. I felt very comfortable. It was very unexpected, very fast. It was like a one-day decision that, I'm moving to this exact place. However, I had to move out. Well, I was kind of thrown out because the place got sold. I had to leave and find a new place within a week's time. And that also was a challenge because there are not quality places for a decent price in the city center. I even thought of going back to the other side of the river. I was looking through every single listing possible. For a minute, I thought, okay, maybe I'm moving abroad, Perhaps I have nothing holding me here. I am just gonna take my cat, my boyfriend, we're gonna leave. But that wouldn't be me because I like to push through. I found a new place. It's very nice, very bright. It does come with its minuses. It's pretty noisy at some times because there's other people working there, so you sometimes hear their clients. Before that, I was just working by myself, so I'm kind of a one-on-one person. I don't like to be around loud people. So it is what it is. It doesn't really matter. If you put that much emphasis on it, then it makes you upset. But it's what you focus on. If I focus on the negative, I'm only gonna emit negative. There was this one thing that I told one person about. I almost opened up my own salon, lash studio with employees. It's a bit crazy that only after 6 months being in the business, I would open up my own salon, find and teach employees how to do lashes, or have them also already have their certificates. But yeah, I have found a place in the same building that I was working in at the time, and it was a very beautiful office, very spacious, very quiet, bright. I would have my own room, private salon suite where I could work with my clients And then in the like living room, so-called, it would be like multiple lash beds where other artists would work. And the thought was to potentially grow this into an academy, to create my own business product line and teach others how to do lashes or how to do like beauty business. We had investigated all of the necessary equipment, materials, what parts of the renovation we would need, what certificates we would need to go through, because health inspection has to go through all of the process and everything. We thought about profit margins, every single detail. I could visualize me being there. I had the vision. I could see who was working there, what it looked like, and what I felt being in that place. And I liked it. I liked that version. And we received the contract from the owners of that place. And they knew that it would be like a salon. But at the end, they changed their minds. On the day that we were supposed to sign the contract, they changed their minds because they don't want so many people to walk into their building. It's a lot of rotation. It's not like in an office, it's just 8 people working there, and that's the same 8 people walking in and out. With clients, it could be more, multiple during the day, evening, and I completely understand their decision. It was very difficult, and I believe it was God's way of telling me, no, this is not for you. Sorry, babes, not right now. I'm gonna take it away from you right now. The only thing that we have bought is a wireless Bluetooth speaker that is now in my current salon. That was like $30, but I still had to have it because I had my own place. And I think that pushed me to think about other stuff, to broaden my horizon and be like, okay, I'm not gonna have my own beauty studio with employees. Okay, maybe I'm not ready, maybe it's not for me, I don't know, but we're just gonna follow through the next thing. And then I got this idea, okay, I want my own place then. And I went on Facebook, and that was the first listing. The first post that came up was this listing of this place. That same evening or the next day, something like that. I believe in manifestation. I believe in visioning what you want, believing that you will have it, not that you already have it, but that you will have it and that it is your reality. I do not believe that it is luck. You still have to work. You still have to put in some energy towards it. You can't just open up a beauty salon and expect clients to come in. For the first clients even, those were kind of shitty jobs that I did. I'm not very proud of those brows or lashes that I did for the first clients. Some have returned, and I'm surprised even that they decided, okay, this girl is good enough. But afterwards, when they saw my improvement, they were like, oh my god, yeah, it's a lot better than the first time. And I like that sort of honesty that me and my clients have. But yeah, for the first clients, I always message them the day after, asking how it was. And I would that I would really appreciate if they mentioned me on their stories, or they recommended me to their friends or colleagues or sister, mom, aunt, whoever. I tried offering discount services, like if you bring a friend, you get 15% off, but it's not very motivational. Because if you have decided, okay, I'm gonna get my brows done, it doesn't really matter if you get like a discount. And if it is important, you might not really want those money motivated people that only come for the cheapest price. A lot of times I've had the experience that those clients are the most stingy and most demanding. They're not bad people, but their expectations are sometimes a bit unrealistic of what I can offer, especially since my Instagram is my portfolio. So that puts you in a very uncomfortable spot, and you have to have tough skin to be able to stand your ground and communicate openly but calmly to that client what you can deliver, but before the service, not after. And yeah, you can't expect everybody to understand you, to stand by you for years, because priorities change, people change locations, they move, they change jobs, they might not be able to afford you, or decide that they are gonna do their brow lashes at home, or maybe their best friend took a course and now they offer that service. You will never know what happens into people's minds, but it is not about you if they choose to not go to you anymore. If one time was okay, that's it. That's like the energy exchange that you get. And it's very important not to attach yourself to the number that you earn at the end of the month, or the amount of people that come back, or the amount of reviews, or whatever championship titles that you get. It does not matter. What matters is how you feel about the job that you do, that when you show up, you're not late, you don't switch back and forth and tell your clients, oh, I don't feel like working today, or that you always give your clients the same amount of effort. You don't nitpick which one gets your 100%. Everyone gets your absolute best. And that's why it's very important to know what is your limit. For somebody, it might be 2 clients, 1 client a day. For somebody, it might be 7. It does not mean that if you have 2, that suddenly you have to raise your prices through the roof, or that you're not doing a well enough job. You have to follow your heart. That's the first one. But 2, you have to do things the smart way. Think through what it costs, because your energy is not limitless. And that is the most important thing, because working with people takes a lot of resources. It's not only your back that's going to hurt, it's also you being there for other people. It's very important that you don't take everybody, because you're not gonna be everyone's type, and that's okay. The same way, other way around. It's very important that you follow your intuition when it comes to the next steps. And now that I'm thinking about it, probably somebody will be like, oh, but what kind of strategy is that, following your intuition? Well, I wouldn't call it a strategy. It's more the exponential push that you need to follow through, to maybe take the next step. Because as women, we may not always be able to operate like men, to take things lightly or push through. Sometimes we just feel like shit and we have a lot of other stuff on our plates. Also, our mental load that we put on ourselves, unfortunately, that we should deal with, but most of us don't. We operate differently. It doesn't mean that 100% you need to follow your intuition and then, pull out tarot cards for what you need to do, or, buy numerology reports on what the next year will bring you. No. But when you follow what pulls you in and you don't care what other people think, that's where the most change happens. And that brings you confidence, and that results in better decision making. It's not luck that brings you to the results that you want. It is all about believing and taking the steps. I wasn't planning on creating this episode. I just felt the need to talk, to share. If any of this resonated to you on some level, please drop a message on my Instagram or comment. Perhaps contact me by email. It really means a lot for the energy exchange to know that perhaps I'm not the only one here talking to myself. I really hope that somebody listening out there is in a place where you feel like, oh, I'm not doing good enough. You are. I will stop you right there. You are. And it's not all about luck. It's not even about comparing yourself to others. It does not matter. You are where you're supposed to be. You're doing your best. I'm proud of you. I may not know you, but I'm proud of you. And I'll see you in the next one.